Welcome back from that break. It's all about women today, from the girl child education and to women leveraging technology to uplift themselves. And I have an expert here. She is a journalist, a presenter, a reporter, a script writer, an editor. She's everything in one. She's a great woman. Welcome to Good Morning, Abuja, Rashida.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
He's
Wow,
Rashida
it's just like
Haya.
presenting with a co-presenter.
Definitely.
So we have three
Yeah,
presenters on the
a
side.
co-presenter is our guest. He's our guest. Okay, let's start. Let's start with sharing your insights into how technology can be utilized to empower and uplift women.
Thank you for having me this morning. Technology is a very broad, how do I put it?
Field is a broad field.
It's a very broad field that you can use it to do anything, irrespective of your profession.
Okay.
First, when these Android phones came into existence, most of us don't even know what to do with them. I remember when I first got to know about WhatsApp, it's just to be on groups, just share information. I don't even know what to do with the phone. So sometimes I'll just go on Google and be applying on all these foreign universities, and at some point I even got admission.
Okay.
So in the course of my journey, I was still a student then at the NTA Television College. So I was chatting with more of a younger brother, and he was telling me how he wants to use the internet to establish e-library and so on and so forth. At that point, I was working on a project. I wanted to start recording and packaging a talk show and just be airing on NTA. So when he opened my mind to how technology can be used online, so I decided to go deeper by researching and seeing how it is being done. And that was when I got to know about Linda Ikiti, her blog, and so on. So I went ahead and read a lot of interviews with Linda Ikiti, and she shared some of her insights. So I am a person of ideas, so I started seeing the bigger picture of that technology aspect. So I told myself, this is something I can do. I can leverage on this, create not just one program, but so many programs. My journey, I would say, was made easier when I got into 400 level and online journalism was introduced. So I became so eager. I was so eager to know about it. That lecturer was very slow. As God will have it, the second semester, when the second semester of our 400 level, another lecturer was introduced. He is a retired NTA veteran, Mr. Matthew Okalike. So I completely fell in love with it. And so he encouraged some of us that showed a lot of interest to establish our blogs. So I actually started my blog even before leaving school. So, and as time goes on, I kept improving and improving and improving with time.
Okay. So, discussing your work as a founder, CEO, on this context, emphasize the impact of role as a presenter, reporter, producer, script writer, editor in advocating and showcasing women's achievements in the tech space.
Yeah, just like I said earlier, I saw a broader picture of what I can do online, but at the same time, I still have some limitations as to what I can do. You know, for you to get things done right, you need to have helping hands. So when I couldn't have those, a lot of young people have indicated interest to work with me. I keep telling them I can't pay you because I don't have the money to pay you. So in between that, I now told myself I can do this by myself. So I went and learned editing. I took editing as a course back in school,
Okay.
but the practical aspect
Was not there.
was not there. So I looked for a laptop. I was actually serving here in Abuja at the National Health Commission. So I took a break and went back to Jos, got one of my classmates and paid him some amount to come and teach me how to edit. So he now taught me, and that laptop was not even my own. I collected it from my nephew, repaired it, and took it to Jos. So when I was falling in love with the editing, he said, I need my laptop. So I now handed over his laptop to him. So I was back to square one. So just doing the blogging and so on. Then, that passion, when you have a passion, it's just like fire burning in you. You just have to keep doing what it is you want to do. So this particular day, a colleague advised me to look for somebody to teach me how to edit. So that was when I just went to UTC. I didn't know anybody. So those boys that would be, that is it printing what I said I needed an editor. So he took me in and introduced me to one young man, Sam. As God will have it, the just past chairman of Heart Commission saw me. Each time they have an event, I will go and be struggling to mount my own microphone there. It will fall, and sometimes them at the high table will be helping me to adjust it. So this particular day, he called me, tell me about Rashida Online TV. So I told him this is what I do and so on. So he said, okay, come, let's give you something to do. And so they gave me a job to promote the heart saving scheme for them. So at that point, I didn't have enough money to employ who and who. I don't have an office. I don't have a studio.
So a one-man business.
It's a one-man business. So I will write the script, take it for editing, later come and get somebody to just help me with the camera, sit down and present, edit, do everything, and upload. And it was going the way it was. So, and then people started seeing what I am doing and the encouragement and so on and so forth. So that is how I started.
All right. With all this experience, everything you want to do has challenges. So what challenges do you think women face in the technology space?
Just like I explained about my own challenges, I believe a lot of women have one or two challenges. Let's take, for example, using the social media. A lot of women are there with their businesses either on Instagram or Facebook, but there are certain things that you need to do, even on that space, for you to get certain things right. You can do it. So you have to pay somebody to do it. There are people that specialize on that. For example, I don't know how they do it, but there is a way you get into Instagram for you to get followers. Apart from your content or being consistent,
generating followers for you.
That one too is another job on itself. Because I remember some 2 years back, I had to pay somebody, a female. I text somebody, I had to pay her to put me through certain things. So she will record the tutorials and send to me. And sometimes it might not necessarily work for you. Just tutorials, do this, do that. It's very difficult. So you have to keep paying and paying and paying.
Additional knowledge.
You don't even have the money to pay. And most of these things, you don't even know them. Some women, like, let me give you an example of someone selling maybe fabrics, earrings, or something. It is not that she doesn't know her market. She knows her market, but captioning, even to just send a post and give it a caption. You have to be gifted.
Very creative.
You have to be creative. And that is what I will thank God in that aspect.
Thank you so much, Rashida.
Thank you for having me.
When I said
expert in the tech
we have a co-presenter on the side.
She has been speaking. She's a public speaker.
So she's just taking the call, please, and telling us about the importance of technology. Not just for women.
It's everybody, but now it's the women want them to be uplifted. Because a woman is everything.
Arena is all about the women today. So And we all know that technology is here to stay no matter what. You can't change it. So you have to use technology in the right way. And we've been speaking with Rashida Diaya. You know, she is one person with so much talent under her heart, and a presenter, a scriptwriter, a blogger. She is everywhere. And we've enjoyed presenting with her.